Good afternoon. Welcome back to the 2022 PGA Championship here at Southern Hills. We are joined by Rory McIlroy. Carded a 1 over par 71, today's 4 under par for the championship. Rory, was this a case of you being caught in neutral most of the day, or did the value of par that happens in major championships, was that the case today?
Yeah, probably a little bit of both. I didn't get off to the best of starts. That bogey on 2, and then I guess from there it was, not really giving myself enough realistic chances for birdies. After that, I played solidly on the way in there. After the second bogey on 7 there to play the last 11 holes in 1 under was respectable. Not to make another bogey. I gave myself a few more chances on the back 9 and couldn't quite capitalize on a couple of them, but. Those up and downs on 16, 17, and 18 were, I think, were going to be really important. It just keeps me a little closer to the lead and doesn't really feel like I've got, such a mountain to climb if I had maybe dropped 1 or 2 over those last 3 holes. So, there's a long way to go, a lot of golf left. We're going to see a completely different golf course the next 2 days because of the wind direction. It's going to play completely differently. Probably none of the, maybe, a couple of guys that came up earlier or Victor that's been here a while might have seen the golf course in a northerly wind, but for the most part, everyone's going to have to adapt, and it's just going to play much differently tomorrow, and that makes it very interesting.
Okay, let's hit the ground running. Let's go right across the Shane, number.
Rory, the biggest difference statistically was in approach when you look at the strokes gain stats between yesterday and today. Does that track with what you experienced out there?
Yeah, I would say I didn't put myself in position off the tee enough to get my approach to where it needed to be. And the thing is, you miss it in the left rough on 1. I was literally a foot into the rough on 2. A foot into the rough on 3. They're good drives, but it's a massive difference between being on the fairway and being in this rough. And I don't think the stats tell the full story there. I think it was more me being out of position rather than, I certainly felt like I played from the fairway a lot more yesterday, and I sort of did that a little bit more on the back 9, and I give myself chances, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, putting yourself in the fairway here is very important, and I just didn't do that enough today.
Did nerves, do you think, play any kind of factor today?
No, I don't think so. I committed to the game plan pretty well. I felt pretty relaxed out there. I got a flyer on 2, and then, that sort of, I thought I was in the rough on 3 and thought I'd get a flyer 2, and it came out soft. And then, I wouldn't say it was nerves. It was maybe just, you're not going to go out and shoot 65 every day. Maybe it was a case I wasn't maybe quite as committed or aggressive as I was yesterday.
Let's go to Dan on 1.
The last 2 days, it looked like Tiger was feeling it physically. You saw it up closer than anyone. What was your impression of the fight to make the cut this week?
Yeah, just unbelievable. Making the cut at Augusta and making the cut here. I was joking with Joey yesterday and saying he could have came back and played Honda and Valspar, 2 of the flattest courses on tour. It might have been a bit easier for him, but he comes to 2 of the toughest walks that we have. But yeah, just incredibly resilient and mentally tough, and to get a front row seat into, he's feeling it, and he's feeling it on every swing. But to see what he did on that back 9, he missed a few. He missed a few iron shots, but he got it up and down when he needed to. Made an incredible birdie on 16 to sort of, get him inside the cut number a little bit more. And look, he's the ultimate pro. Looking at him yesterday, I wouldn't have been, if it had been me, I would have been considering pulling out and just going home. But, Tiger's, he's different, and he's proved he's different. And, it was just a monumental effort.
All right, we're going to wrap it up on 11, straight back.
Yeah, what was it like dealing with the galleries that come with Tiger? just playing with him. And then when you walked off 16T, it looked like Tiger handed you something. I'm curious if you'd divulge what happened there.
Yeah, I mean, I alluded to this yesterday, but I think because the playing corridors out here are quite wide, and it feels like the galleries are quite far away from you, so it actually doesn't feel too bad. There's some other golf courses that the gallery feels much more on top of you, and it can start to you can start to feel claustrophobic a little bit, but it didn't really feel like that out there. And walking off 16, he just gave me my tee. He just picked my tee up and gave it back to me. But that was really it.
Roy, thanks for the time. Long weekend ahead. Rest up.
Thank you.
Thank you.